This video is going to show you how to change the LED colors on both inside and outside call buttons. So this is just a mock-up dressing room, but what you have here is the exterior button, and on the inside interior button. Now the goal here is to change the LED color for 4 specific functions. The first being the inactive call light, the second being the active call light, the third being the occupancy light, and the fourth function is the request for entry. For each button function, you'll have to specify a value for 3 different colors: blue, green, and red. And this is what we're going to do here on the system. So what we're going to do is change the LED functions to pink. And the first function that we're going to set the values for is the interior call button with no active call. As you can see, there's kind of a blue LED here displaying, but what we want is a bright pink color. So we're going to have to go into the system and configure the settings for this specific fitting room to display the color accordingly. So with your list of active rooms, you first want to find out which room it is that you're going to be working with. You can do that by checking the motion sensor. On the back of it, on the dials, you'll see this room set to room number 1. So keep that in mind. We're just going to go into our menu, enter the password, turn the maintenance screen. This section here, EEPROM control, there's a section to write the EEPROM and to read the EEPROM. Basically, you're going to declare 3 numbers: your node address, which is going to be your fitting room. For fitting room number 1 will be for us. The location is going to basically be one of the 3 color values between red, green, and blue that we're going to specify for the function that we're changing, which again is the interior call light with no active call. So the 3 location values for the active call, the call button with no active call, you can see here, you got your red portion will be location 10, green portion will be location 11, and your blue portion is going to be location 12. So from this button function, you want to change it from the current color, which is blue, to pink. We'll start by changing the value of the red portion. So we'll change location 10. So we'll go here. We've already specified our node address, which again is our room number. Location 10. Again, that's the red portion of this specific button function. So to make pink, essentially the red value is going to be 15. Once you write it, the change is instant. And you'll see, just from us changing the red portion, the color on the button is slightly different. So we're going to move on to the green portion, which is location 11. Still on room number 1, so the node address will be the same. But the green portion is location 11, and that value is also going to be 15. Write the EEPROM. And now we're going to include the blue portion. Which is location 12. We're going to make this value 10. Just a correction, these are the values for pink, for any of the pink lighting on the buttons. So after you change the values for the red, green, and blue locations, for the call button with no active call, you'll see that now it's pink. So we'll move on and change the next function, which will be the active call. As you can see, that's a completely separate light, and it's not the color we want. So we'll go ahead and change that one to pink as well. And here are your location numbers for the active alert call. You'll see the red, green, and blue portion location numbers. So we'll be changing 13, 14, and 15 to make pink. So now we're going to change the color for our active call button function. So for the red portion, the location is going to be 13. For the red portion, we want the value to be 15. Just going to go ahead and write it. Our green portion is 14. We want that value of the green to be 2. We're not going to have a lot of green in this light. And of course, our blue value, location 15, be 10. Again, the change is immediate. We're still, if you notice, we're still on node address 1. This is still for room 1. So this is only going to change the color of the button functions for room 1. So let's see what we get with the active call light. See, our inactive call light is still pink. Let's see about our active call light. We got the red strobe, that's normal, but you can see the active call flicker is now pink. Much different from what we had before. Our next function is going to be active occupancy function, when someone is in the room and the occupancy light is on the outside button. Here are your 3 locations for your red, green, and blue values. Now we're going to change that occupancy light to pink. So right now, if I just activate that outside light, you'll see it's still blue. So we'll change that. Still on room 1. Location 16 for the red value of the active occupancy light. I'll write that. Location 17 for the green value. Write that. Location 18 is the blue value. We'll be a little bit more generous with the blue value here. That's 10. So let's see what we get now. The occupancy light. Just activate that. We got a pink. This will be our 4th call button function that we want to change to pink. This will be the request for entry. So this will just be when you press the button from the outside to get inside the room. So you can see that function still blue. I mean, you still got the other functions that are pink, but again, this is a separate function. So we need to change this to pink as well. Your location numbers for red, green, and blue are going to be 19, 20, and 21. Location 19, this is our red portion. Generous with the red. Easy on the green. Let's throw some blue in there. Let's see what we get on the request for entry. Pink. There you go. So now all of our functions are pink. Request for entry, occupancy, now to do this for every room, of course, you're going to specify your node address. So the next room would be room 2. You just put the number 2 in there, number 3, and so on and so forth. And you put in the same locations and values. This bottom portion down here, it'll let you know what values the current locations are set to for that specific room. It'll show you what's there here, and here you can write or change the information immediately. Here are your values for pink, and those are your values for the white at the top.